Well, hello everybody. Doug Rucker here again with PressureWashingSchool.com and DougRuckerStore.com. Hey, got a really cool tool that we've been using that I want to share with you guys. I think can make life a lot easier, especially out on the road. But even if you don't have one of these at home, it's a great little portable device that you can use out on the road or at home. So stay tuned for that next. Hey guys, real quick, don't forget, coming up September 9th and 10th is our next hands-on training right here in Houston, Texas. So if you're getting ready to start a business, that would be a great opportunity to come out and learn how to clean, how to protect property. We've got hands-on training on the Monday and then classroom training on the Tuesday. And then also don't forget about the online video school, where if you can't make it out here, you can certainly learn how to start your business. And I'll tell you, it's just gonna really drastically help you cut your learning curve. So either way, you can come out here to Houston, or if you're in Houston, you can come to the school. And then also the online video school. And then Difference Makers Conference is happening February 2025 with myself, Jeff Blackman, Ray Burke and Pat Clark, and then also Kelsey will also be there, and may have a couple other people. Mitch Beckman is going to join us again this time, so check that out. It's February 2025, February 6th and 7th, I believe it is. And so you'll want to get signed up for that as quick as you can and make arrangements, because I think it's going to sell out, and we've got limited seating. So make sure you check that out. Get signed up and registered as quick as you can, okay? Okay, this is Brennan Perot with PipeVise.com, and Brennan came up with, design, manufactures, sells the Pipe Vise. A lot of guys have heard of this. I know some guys that use this. We've used this as well. And I just think this is an awesome tool for you guys that can help you out in the field as well as in your home. It's very portable. It's almost like a pipe wrench.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's
but better.
But way better, way better. It's very sturdy, very stable, and I think it's just a tool that will help you guys. I want Brennan to explain a little bit about it, how it works. I think for changing hose fittings, downstream injectors, bypass injectors, guns, all kinds of things, this will save you a lot of time and effort versus having like a vise on your trailer that's just going to eventually rust out, stop working, it's going to break, whatever. These things are heavy duty built and very easy to operate and use. So Brennan, why don't you explain a little bit about how this works, and then we'll show a couple of the tools.
Yeah, absolutely. So as Doug said, this is our Bigfoot Ultralight. Super awesome tool, and what it's going to do is it's going to eliminate that hassle of whether you have 2 pipe wrenches, a vise on your truck, or 2 pairs of pliers. You know, you got a fitting there, and let's grab a pair of pliers here, and you'll be like fighting your 2 pairs of pliers or whatnot. You can't get any leverage to really crank down. But with that Bigfoot Ultralight, we've got spring-loaded jaws on here, and we primarily cater to plumbing and HVAC, but linked up with Doug and thought this might be perfect for some of these pressure washer fittings here. And we have an 1/8 inch to 1.5 inch capacity, pipe capacity, for this Bigfoot Ultralight here. So what this is going to allow you to do is, instead of fighting those 2 pairs of pliers or wrenches like we showed, you can throw your fitting into your Bigfoot Ultralight vise, really crank down, and get your work done with a lot more leverage, faster, safer, easier. So I think Doug's going to bring the camera a little closer. Maybe we'll show some action shots.
We're going to, as a matter of fact, in a little bit, we're going to show you real quick how one will work, but we're going to actually take some video of some actual fittings and tools that we would use. But let's get the camera down, and we'll show you using it real quick.
Absolutely. Yeah, so all right, so first things first that we're going to test in here is we got a little ball valve. I'm not a pressure washer guy. What kind of ball valve is this one?
That's a DN10 ball valve. It's the ball valve that everybody uses to turn off their water flow so that they can switch. A lot of guys use it in this form, which is the ball valve setup.
Alrighty.
But for this demo, you can just show it using that one.
So,
and this is an old one where I don't think the fittings have been off of this in a while, so it'll be a good one to...
So as you can see here, spring-loaded jaws, this is kind of a weird shape. It's like a T shape, but the jaws, it still fits in there. It doesn't have to be perfectly round. You can kind of still throw a ball valve in there and hold it and grip it. And let's get these pliers adjusted here. These are our Pipe Vise slim jaw pliers. And see if we can't get a little leverage on this here and break out this fitting here. So way easier than trying to balance another wrench or getting a vise on, Doug. A lot quicker, for sure. So there we are, loosening it, and just as easily you can put this thing together here. You can flip it around, and say you're putting in this quick connect fitting, you just flip your part around, and you can do the same motion, and you can just as easily put parts together. Because I think...
And you're doing that, what's fascinating to me is you're doing that all with basically channel locks. And these are not your average channel locks like this that you would go and get
at a hardware store.
At a hardware store.
Yeah, those channel locks, bring them back over here. These, I think...
Bring them back over here.
I think we've all pinched our fingers between, a pair of pliers, channel locks before. I mean, channel locks is just kind of a universal name. People use it. Any sort of slip joint plier like that, you can pinch your finger. But here we have a forged-in pinch protector. So no matter the position, even all the way open, you're not going to be able to pinch your fingers between the handle. I feel like that's really important, especially when your hands are wet out there. Maybe have some soap on them. You're not going to slip and pinch the crap out of your finger. And they're self-locking, so you don't have to grip super hard. With these type of pliers, to get a stronger grip, you have to squeeze harder with your hand.
Right.
These, all you have to do, the harder you push on the back of the handle, the harder they're going to bite and lock in there.
And then you've got this little indention up there where it grabs.
Actually follows the lines of the hex, so you'll lock in there and fit in a lot better than those pliers there.
In my experience, I have found that just a guy could have just this channel locks and this pipe vise on his truck, and he can do pretty much any repair. And take off any fitting that he needs to.
Especially if you have a heavily corroded one or something like that. Heavily corroded, if you're trying to fight something heavily corroded with two pairs of pliers, you just can't get the same leverage you can as throwing it in the vise, and then you can really use some body weight and crank down, tighten them.
And this thing isn't sliding or moving anywhere.
No, we've got these rubber feet, so they're non-marring. First things first, you set them on like a finished surface. They're rubber, so you're not going to be setting metal on metal or aluminum on metal. You got the rubber feet, and also they won't slide around as much. Yeah, but hey, don't you guys be using these vices to crank down these fittings too tight. Doug hates it when y'all crank them down really tight.
And so you also have, so I just wanted to show them a couple of these, which you have available. So this is...
Let's swing that whole thing in here and show a couple
of tools.
Yeah, so in addition to portable vices, we make a whole wide variety of wrenches. This is our TR1 tool roll here. You can throw all of your tools in there, nice and tidy, and it rolls away. So you can keep this whole setup in your truck, on your trailer, toolbox, wherever it may be. You have a couple of different wrenches here. Doug already whipped them out, but let's see what we got here. We have the Micro 10 right here and the Micro 5. These are the same wrench, just different handle lengths, so you get a little more leverage with the Micro 10 and a little more compact, tighter reach areas with the Micro 5. We've got an 8mm to 19mm nut and bolt capacity with these, and they're self-adjusting, so you can get those standard sizes too, 5/16 to 3/4 with the same wrench. And these are just great for all sorts of different little nuts and bolts. You never know what you're going to need to grab, little line fittings and other things like that. You can just kind of snug something up, packing nuts and stuff like that. Just great little wrench to keep on your tool arsenal.
Cool. And so you could actually use one of those if you wanted to take like this socket off.
Yeah, so we'd have to step up in size a little bit here to the Amigo Slim Wrench. This one also comes in the tool roll. You can pull out your Amigo Slim Wrench, and this is a really, really thin jaw set on here. You can see compared to my finger. It's a nice thin jaw, and what that's going to allow you to do is to get in between fittings and stuff like that. This one's obviously already really loose, but we can see here we've got a ratcheting action, and that Amigo Slim's going to allow you to get in those close quarters fittings, break them loose, tighten them, snug them up, and
I was real impressed with these. when I use these. They are awesome and can do a lot with just very few tools. But we're not trying to sell you on this whole pack. I mean, if you want to buy that, you can. But for our purposes, what I have found on my truck is I can just use these pliers to get pretty much anything off that I want, along with this pipe vise. When I'm done, I can just lay this in the floorboard of my truck. It's out of the weather, it's easy to get to, and I can use it whether it's on my truck or whether I'm at home. At home, I don't have a vise because I've got an open barn, but I can see myself, we have vices here at the shops, but I can see myself using this more than the vise because I don't have to do all the cranking down and get it fitted in just perfect. And this is so much smaller and easier to use. I love this thing.
Yeah, and like you said, you don't need all the products. I think it's cool that you can just have a quick, easy to go to kit, just 2 items.
Correct.
It's simple.
Correct.
You know what I mean? If you keep these 2 items together, you know that you can break down and assemble any fittings that you have on your
You're right,
trailer,
and it's
truck.
like anything we always say in this business. You can start out with this and then build up to this as you get more money or need more tools or whatever. But it's what I like about this type of setup is you're limiting yourself to just a few tools instead of having so many different open-ended wrenches or crescent wrenches or these.
Time is money on the job, man. You got to do it quick. You
Throwing
know?
them things away.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell them about the warranty on the pipe vise tools if they happen to buy the tools.
Yeah, absolutely. So with all Pipe Vise products, we're worked in the field before. We know what it's like to have broken tools and stuff like that. So we make it an extra priority for us to take care of you guys. So if you ever have an issue with any tool, just send an email to support@pipevise.com and you'll get a response back and probably get a new tool shipped out within 3 days at the latest. So we try to be the quickest we can, because we know that time is money when you're in the field. And if you have a broken tool and you're trying to get things, broken down or assembled, you got to get back up and running. So we try to do it very quickly for you guys.
So you, real quick, you come from a plumbing background.
Yeah.
So you know what it's like to be down with a tool. You know what customer service is all about.
Absolutely.
Always been impressed with y'all's customer service. Hey, real quick, also, aside from the warranty, talk to me a little bit about the different industries that are using this, because I know you had, can I say who you had a meeting with yesterday?
Yeah, absolutely.
Had a meeting with the city of Houston yesterday. So they're looking at adding this on some of their trucks to test them out and use them. I know they're going to love them, but talk about some of the other industries that are out there using these.
Yeah, so same as Doug, we're also located in Houston, Texas. So obviously, Houston, Texas is like one of the oil capitals of the world, a ton of refineries and stuff like that here. So first and foremost, we're an industrial tool brand. We cater a lot to the oil and gas, plumbing, HVAC, plumbing supply houses stock a lot of our products. So they're all professional grade, built to last, no BS, designed by tradesmen, built for tradesmen. It's not a homeowner's tool. You can definitely use it at home, but it's designed and built for tradesmen. Works great at home, even better on the job, heavy duty, and built to last. Lots of great products, and I think they're just going to be a perfect fit for you pressure washer guys. Doug was kind enough to show me around his shop and some of the solutions that this bad boy can solve. And there's just so many different things that it made way easier in your day-to-day tasks. I was fascinated by it because I'd never been in the underworld of pressure washing. You know what I mean?
There's some pressure washing guys like myself that have used them, and but I just think if the word can get out more, and my main thing is always trying to help guys make things easier on them. And I know this costs a little bit of money, but it's a tool that you'll have for life. I mean, these things are going to last forever. So we will actually have on the website the Pipe Vise, and we're going to have this on there. We'll eventually get more products, but I firmly believe that these are the only 2 products that you need to start off with, and then as the budget allows, you can get up into the other tools. Now, you can get those 2 from us, or you can just go to pipevise.com and buy them directly from them if you'd like to. It doesn't matter to me, but we're going to have some here stocked, especially for the guys that come by. And pick those up if they need those, or we can ship them out to you guys that are out of town. So, let's take some time and we'll show them some other little things that we can use it for.
Yeah, because there's a lot of cool stuff that you can get into. I was excited. Let's check it out.
Let's do it. All right, so we're out here on the truck. So, Brendan, show them real quick the 2 different ways they can loosen and tighten fittings.
Yeah, absolutely. So tightening is going to be on your left-hand side. You're going to be able to crank down and tighten parts, fittings, whatever it may be from the left-hand side. You can also, if you're not good, you see I just did it with my right hand here. You don't necessarily need to be holding the vise. You can do it like I'm doing, or you can do it with your left hand, or also you can turn the tool around and wrench away from you and still use your right hand, crank down, do what you need to do. To loosen, you're going to loosen from the right hand side. So you're looking at the vise right now. To loosen, you're going to loosen from the right hand side. And same concept there. Just throw your pliers on there. This one's already really loose, but you can see we're loosening from this side. So a couple different ways you can use the tool. Once you get it, you'll find out what's most comfortable for you. But either way better than trying to fight 2 pairs of pliers out on the tailgate of the truck, that's for sure.
Awesome. All right, guys, so hope this has been helpful for you guys. Brennan, I thank you so much. By the way, the 6 most important words that I teach to say to a customer ever. I mean, if you don't ever say anything to a customer, you say this. How did you hear about me?
Absolutely, yeah. Advertising is the most important thing for your service out there. If you guys just starting your services, you got to put out content. How did I hear about Doug? So we manufacture tools over here at Pipe Vise. I'm in R&D. I'm always browsing the internet, looking at things, and getting my mind turning on service trucks and plumbing, HVAC. Well, on YouTube the other day, on the homepage of YouTube, never met Doug before in my life. Didn't know he was right down the road from our warehouse here in Houston. His YouTube video pops up, and I click on that, and sure enough, pops up, the intro says his address, and I'm like, well, no, shoot, that's right down the road from us. I'm going to swing by there and take a look at what he's got. Super awesome, shop, setup, everything he's got here. Top-notch people, the store. But moral of the story is just pump out that content for your pressure washing services and let your customers. I felt like I already knew Doug after watching some YouTube videos when I showed up. So it just makes you more comfortable with your customers.
And you came here and realized you didn't know me.
Yeah, Doug's a strange guy, but the best in the industry, that's for sure. So, yeah.
Hey, man, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Again, guys, I just think this is a very useful tool for you to use. So pop on our website. You can pick it up there, DougRuckerStore.com. Like I said, we'll have it up on the website. So, hey, thanks for joining and thanks for watching. Have a very, very blessed day.